Welcome to BRR Media. Today I'm joined by Andrew Catchpole, the Chief Scientific Officer at hVIVO. Andrew, great to have you with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now, Andrew, you've recently attended the World Vaccine Congress in Washington. Tell us how it went.
Yes, that was only last week, so it went really well, thanks. It's always a good opportunity to meet our current customers and indeed meet prospective new ones. And I think meeting customers face to face has a real advantage. You build up so much better relationship, and that is key in our business. What we do is a very collaborative by nature. It's not like a phase 3 study where they just hand you their method. Doing challenge studies is a very much collaborative. We're the experts in designing the challenge studies. They're the experts in their products. So building up those relationships is really important.
Now, what did you see with the overarching trends highlighted throughout the conference?
Yeah, excellent question. I think since the pandemic, and highlighted again in this conference, but probably more so than I've ever seen before, is speed to the product development. The pandemic showed us that there is another way and things can go faster when they really have to. And since then, we've seen that theme really get some energy behind it. And a lot of the talks were about how can I develop my vaccine faster? How can we do things differently? Is there a regulatory pathway quicker? All of that is really speed to market. How can we meet these unmet medical needs faster and get these products out there and help prevent these diseases quicker?
So looking at the conference, how important is this World Vaccine Conference in the industry, and why is it critical for hVIVO to actually attend?
World Vaccine Conference is a really big deal for the industry. It's attended by everybody who's doing vaccines. All the big players are there, including in the Washington conference. You get a lot of US government employees who, of course, have a lot of investment from the US side in particular. And this is a series of conferences. There's also a Europe one, but it's also very well attended. So these are critical to get up-to-date information about what's going on in the vaccine industry, right from the whole plethora of all of those collaborations that are required to get a new vaccine to market. And therefore, it's where our customers are. And that's very important to hVIVO, to meet those customers face to face. And importantly, at hVIVO, we are keen to make sure that we are having human challenge services that are what our customers want. So if we're there at the cutting edge of these vaccine congresses, we can see what's new, what's developing. Are there new vaccines for new diseases coming around, which we could then be developing a human challenge model for? And I think going to these conferences really gives us a good insight about what is new and what is coming up, and therefore how can we hone our services to best meet our customer needs.
And I believe you gave a presentation at the event. Tell us a bit more about it and give us an overview of what was discussed.
Yes, I did. I gave a presentation talking about how the data from challenge studies, can it really translate to traditional field trials? Of course, this is a very critical question. If you do a challenge study, you absolutely want to be sure that the data you get is going to mimic what happens in the field. So I presented some real live data on 2 different types of vaccines, demonstrating that indeed challenge studies can absolutely mimic the data that are seen in later stage field trials. Firstly, on seasonal influenza vaccines, and demonstrating how they have already proven from long ago, actually, how they can produce data in a challenge study, which is really directly mimicked in the field, and then bringing it right up to date with Pfizer's pre-RSV pre-F vaccine, which is a really good example of a vaccine that's been very recently tested in hVIVO's RSV challenge model and is now starting to get its critical phase 3 data coming through. So they've got interim analysis data out. So I looked at their interim analysis data and compared it to the trends that we saw in the challenge study. And in fact, it was really reassuring to see that the trends that we saw of really impressive efficacy in the challenge study is indeed being mimicked in the field.
Well, Andrew, thank you very much for the update today. Great to speak to you as always.
You too. Thank you so much.